Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here in Old Charlian and we defeated Hydaelyn. She's gone and we will go after Meteion next, hopefully. A bold decision. Laura, I trust you've had a good rest. An envoy of Master Fortunal arrived not long ago with a message. The Loporrids have determined Meteion's location. We've been asked to gather at the rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. Let's go! And we made it to the rostra. Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loporrids have deduced the whereabouts of Meteion by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches in the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. Cool. A veritable Ultima tool. Indeed, how then are we to reach it? An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima 2, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our hyper hopper into your ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Rather, does this mean... Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loporrid's proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the Ark to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed of the strength needed to overcome this crisis. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of the star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima 2. What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious. I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacies, I think it was. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest, quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. I mean, they can stay here then. Are the Loporrids too willing to abandon the Exodus? Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for fairies and its people? If it means their survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteion. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate the fairies until you brought us here, Urianger. Now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it? Of course, none of this is possible without you and the science, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this? Of course, let's go. You couldn't stop us if you tried. We'll avert the final days, whatever it takes. Well, we've come this far. I don't know. Let's just go, man. No time to lose. Oh wait, I have to put that stuff together first, huh? Very well, we shall inform the forum of your decision and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the Hyper Hopper. He hated saying that. The parts will coordinate with the Isabel contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. Wait, but now we can use the Tower of Babel. Why can't we send people there still? I mean, yeah, it's risky, but I mean, just send them there like that. Or do like smaller groups and everything, like, you know, have some people accompany them. For now, pray take your ease. It would seem there is naught to do but rest and prepare, shall we? There's gonna be like 5 quests where we are just preparing for that. Alright, well, let's go. Please tell me the whole family stuff is over now that they made up. Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite, though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Heidelin deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteion as we are. We can get some better gear. Which is the not so small task of coordinating our efforts here to you, Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. But, huh? Why do we talk about Tataru? We'll be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the dynamis for the better. With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded. There's Tataru. The meeting's over, is it? You weren't there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say? We were in there for like 2 minutes. Relax. The edge of creation, I see. Oh my god, she's gonna cry about it again that we're gonna go. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return, and you will return. Yeah. Actually, Laura, could I borrow you for a moment? Oh my god. Looks like your plans for the interim are decided. When the two of you have finished, meet us back at the Balestian Annex, alright? Come with me to the Agora, I have something to show you. Oh my god. It's gonna be something really dumb again, isn't it? Let's go. Alrighty, here we are. Welcome, Laura, to Taru's boutique. Oh my gosh, I got no clothes again. I've always done my best to provide the science of fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the warrior of light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then inspiration struck and I saw a golden opportunity just beginning to be seized. With the help of some Fafnerian refugees, I decided to set up a shop here in Shodian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works, perish the thought. Master Rude, how are things coming along? Everything is in order, Mr. Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly. Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer? Really? Not like I have something to do. Oh, am I gonna talk to people again? I did not expect you to find you here. I imagine Itana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon's case to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the Afterburner. The Simulacrum 2 will stay in Charlian while I oversee matters in the Ratsatan. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It also allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land. Rashan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique. Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose and the means by which to support themselves in their troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Ratsatan, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Venerian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with. Bro. Stop it. I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mr. Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless dark, the light of bringing life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey onto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to the star. What is all where I like to see it? I should like to visit Ratsatan again when it is all over. Where you have faith in me, maybe it was placed. I mean, I really don't care. Can we just move on? And we should be honored to receive you. There's still much of Ratsatan that you have to see yet. You've yet to see, I don't know. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of the star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Nice. Oh no, I'm gonna skip this. Alrighty, we finally made it. Emmanuel showed up, Hancock showed up, and Biggs and Wedge. And now we're finally done. Right, I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This was Rude from Palakistan. I really do not care. Pleased to meet you. Haven't we met before? I'm not gonna ask. I won't bother. The pleasure is mine. Thanks to Mr. Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Fafnir, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause. And contribute they did by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Just give me the clothes, man. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the waking sands, from the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's ruby bazaar, we were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first graha-tia, I was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Can I just get close, man? This has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you preserve time and time again. For all the joy we've shared, there's been much sorrow as well, but I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Okay. Can I get too close now? Which is why I promised to send you off to this Sea of Stars with a smile. You can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return. Isn't this whole thing about me getting some rest before we go? I don't really see the rest in this. Thank you. In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. Wait, so I don't even just get something? Oh, but it's for free. Is it? Oh, I like that. I like that though. Let's do some shopping. Alright, I got my new gear. Looks questionable, but whatever. Friends gathered. Oh my god. I realize you still got lots to do before you depart, so I won't keep you any longer. I do hope you can find a moment for yourself and that the others can as well. They said they were returning to the pedestrian landing, so I thought they would stay for long. If you decide to go looking for them, I might suggest speaking with Cloud first. I'm sure they would have told her their plans. Let's go. Alright, and here we are. You're back. I take it you received your gift from Tataru. Yeah, I'm wearing it. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. I'm glad to see you realize, and with great success. If you're looking for the others, though, they've already taken their leave. Should I Thancred and Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat? Alisaie and G'raha, meanwhile, though, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenor. As Alphinaud and Estinien, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the viera estate, though Estinien seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've in mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Yashoda and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into battle, a fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Can I just not go? Apparently not. Okay, let's go. Right, we're here. Laura, come to make our cheer quartet, have you? Please have a seat and we'll see about getting you a drink.
Your business with Tataru was finished.
At least we got some voice acting.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
I don't know, be efficient.
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
You've nothing left to prove, not we know Memphilia. Get through this together, just make sure you bring enough ammunition.
Oh, ye of little faith. I know better than to leave home without ample supplies, thank you very much. Didn't pick up the gunblade yesterday. And to think I used to prefer fighting from the shadows. Gods, I really have changed.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home, in preparation for which we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust has settled.
What with the primals and Asians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though. In uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much will change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to affect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Y'shtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
The salad looks nice. Gonna lie. Pizza too. So wholesome. Adorable. It's as if the world isn't ending. Leaving so soon, I suppose it's for the best. If you'd rather not explore the bottom of the bottle with Urianger, I dare say the others would welcome your company as well. If you can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Alisaie and Alphinaud. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, we're trying to speak with them, but they're asleep.
Oh.
Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. The things you all get up to never fail to impress me. But by the same token, I can't help but worry. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer. So much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... Gods, don't tell me I fell asleep.
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Yeah, shouldn't we rest or something?
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
What you gonna do? Gonna tell everyone. You know you're weaker than me.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Just checking in on you. It's a secret, just enjoying a little peace and quiet. Nothing in particular. Just hanging out. What are they even reading up on? In the edge of the universe. Let's go talk to Alphinaud. Here we are, and excuse me? Looking good. But yeah, I figured he probably can't go in his armor. But he still got his dagger with, like a dagger with him. That's nice.
What brings you here?
I don't know. They told me I should come. I don't see a reason for it though.
Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinien, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
So I can go then.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... It was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
Okay.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Wait!
Oh.
Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
Can we go now?
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
I suppose I ought to thank you both as well. I never want to forsake a friend, Alphinaud. I'll be counting on you. Oh, man.
Well, we needn't make it a competition. You know, this must be what Heidelin meant when she spoke about depending on one another. However treacherous the road before us, together we will prevail.
Alrighty, let's go back to the Balestian Annex. Alrighty, here we are. Welcome back, Laura. Return to catch a final few wings before embarking on your mission, I presume. You'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. Let's go. Get some rest. The night at the Royal Menagerie in Ala Mhigo. Oh, that night. Ala Mhigo? Why do we care about Ala Mhigo? Oh, hello there. What? This is where I passed.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Kidding me? He actually thinks about Alisaie's words.
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
Good question. Thus it dawns. Day of reckoning. Woo! Let's go. Oh, it's just me going to bed. I'm like, oh my gosh, finally some peace and quiet. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's the next morning, I guess.
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
And just chit-chat about stuff that we already
Back at the
know.
Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteion. As a final formality, The Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph.
Sure thing.
Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Okay.
Let us be off then.
Yes. Finally.
Wait!
Oh. Just let me go. I thought you wanted to send us over with a smile.
Both Kryle and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
Okay. You can count on it. Okay, I do not want to end this episode with just that we literally just waited to go there. So let's actually go there. I suppose this is where we part ways for now at least. Would that I had sage words of wisdom to share ere you depart. May I have the teachings of Galuf Balesium will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said, look beyond them and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think, but for me it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture into the sea of stars. Okay, let's go. Well, that is quite a send-off right here. Finally. Looks like we're gonna go. But we're probably gonna talk for 3 hours again before we go. Please, can we just go? I wanna continue. Please, I'm begging you, game.
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
Yeah, let's do that. Bye.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder.
I love you, Sid, but...
But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Well, the work was hard, but we've learned a lot from it. After all, it's not every day you get tasked with building a starfaring vessel. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
It's not just the Ark.
Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuneau, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisois not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The starship Ragnarok.
Cool. Can we go now?
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What are you all doing here?
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Are we gonna summon primals now?
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art. To perform it correctly requireth that the wielder holdeth the object in his mind's eye in clearest detail.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
And after we said like 10 minutes ago, let's be off then.
I see. By combining the Loporrits' magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Indeed! Indeed! While Hydaelyn gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's power and send them to the Ragnarok!
Am I the only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion?
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Sharlayan tomes, It appears the Asians incorporated an additional nasty element into their summoning method. The fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way.
May we have a moment?
Oh my god.
In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
An iPad?
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please do not hesitate to use them.
Cool.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well. Go, and Godspeed.
Let's go, please. How do I board? Oh, hello. If you come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Upon boarding, several cutscenes. Oh, snap. We're gonna be here for a while, I guess. That looks fun. Good night.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back. Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The preparations for the summonings are complete. In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
As ready as we'll ever be. Let's get going.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
You should have command to launch, have Alphinaud do the honors. No, I'm the leader.
Engage!
Engage!
That's cool. Oh, it is pretty big, huh? Damn. Not gonna lie, that is pretty cool.
That I must carry landwalkers into the sky! I cannot imagine a greater indignity!
Do not sulk so, for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
So long as the wind blows freely, I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
Good. Sleeping Way? Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
Thanks,
All
Kermit.
values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch.
Nice time measurement.
Alright, let's go over some points of caution. Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness.
Cool,
That's
cool.
the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteion, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive and the vessel will shake a good bit.
Uh-oh. It's usually not the best sign.
What is this? Something is... interfering with the equipment. Greetings.
Uh-oh. That's creepy.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
I'd rather not. Meteion. It's hard to bring her of despair. I mean, do they really need an explanation for that?
So this is Meteion.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
We didn't ask for that.
I don't understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost, stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident. Come now. I speak the truth.
A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury. I know it well. For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours. Suffocated and extinguished now.
Well. I guess chit-chatting isn't really her thing.
I can't breathe.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end, where those who yet valiantly cling to life cannot thrive.
Cool, cool.
By the Fury.
These wouldn't crash into anything.
Thancred?
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look. Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell.
Wait, but that's Emmett again.
So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this.
Wait, that's
the
two
final
different voices, or
chapter
am I
in the
crazy?
tale of the star.
I think I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm lost. Maybe I'm too tired.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship.
Oops. That's kind of scary, not gonna lie. I can't guarantee it will be of help in these strange surroundings, but I've readied a provisions note in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. That is a good idea. Alright! Damn, that looks insane. Really cool though. I like the music. But yeah, I guess we're gonna end this episode here. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and bye bye!